everyone, two quick things before we get started. Number one, as you can see, I'm in slightly bit of a different location. Still a couple of the same items, just a little bit different. Trying it out. Let me know down in the comment section below if you like it, if you dislike it. What do you think? I'm just trying to play with my setup, how it looks, how it feels, how it sounds. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Item number two. A lot of my time has been consumed by my previous video, my in-depth Fast and Furious analysis, which I will leave on the info card up in the corner here, or I will leave a link to in the description down below. I worked very hard on this, and I took a lot of time, a lot of effort, took a whole different approach from what I normally do, and I really went all for it, and that's what took a lot of my time and effort. So now that that's done, it's uploaded, you can go watch it right now. Well, after this video, wait till this video is over. I'm back to doing movie reviews. I'm doing some of the things that I was doing before. I missed a lot of stuff, so a lot of videos are going to be coming at you pretty soon. So this is my first video up since that analysis, so let's get into it. Morgan is the directorial debut of Luke Scott, who is the son of famed director Ridley Scott, and stars Kate Mara as this risk assessment analyst who goes to this facility way out in the woods somewhere to investigate this girl's named Morgan. Now Morgan is a human hybrid. She was basically a test tube baby. She was engineered in a lab, but Morgan's very special. She has very unique gifts, so this is a very sensitive situation. And Kate Mara's character has to go and investigate after Morgan is involved with an incident with one of the faculty members at the facility. Now, I had only seen the first trailer for this film, and the way it's marketed is as like a creature in a lab was created. They got that part right. And then it sort of goes on a rampage, kind of right. But they market it more as a horror film, and that's really not what it was. It's more of a thriller, but more in the second half of a thriller. But it's still a really good film. I was pretty surprised by it. I was expecting a film that was either a cross between Splice with Adrian Brody, but that movie got really weird really fast, or I was expecting like your basic sort of creature, genetically created creature in a lab, which kind of it was, but it was just a little bit different from what I anticipated. So if you're going into this film expecting either one of those things, you might be disappointed. But to be honest with you, give this movie a shot. It is a little bit slow to start with, especially about the first half. But as you learn things about Morgan and get more into the story, it's actually pretty interesting, and it's kind of a refreshing take on that creature created in a lab sort of story that we've seen so many times before. Now this film is very well shot. It's very beautifully directed. Well, as you would expect the son of Ridley Scott to be able to do, he did that very, very well. Now, where this film falters is that the first half is all basically set up. It's all Kate Mara's character talking to other members of this facility, other lab people, I don't know what you want to call them, researchers, scientists, who are on this Morgan project, she's trying to figure out who Morgan is, how people interact with her. It's kind of strange interaction she has with different members of this scientist group, scientist team. So it's kind of interesting in that respect, but it's very, very slow, and it takes up half the film to get to something really, really good. But once it hits that half of the film, where, spoiler alert, Paul Giamatti is also in this film. He plays a psychologist who goes to interview Morgan. This interview scene is the pivotal point in this film. It's where everything changes and it gets really, really interesting. Basically, Paul Giamatti pushes Morgan to the brink of kind of going even more insane than she already is. And Morgan just goes full rampage. And it's really, really interesting to watch these characters sort of group around Morgan, the lab researchers, try and protect her from Kate Mara's character essentially ending their project. Because this Morgan project has basically been their entire lives, and they've grown to love Morgan and be attached to her, even if she may kill someone or hurt someone pretty severely. They'll do anything to protect her. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic to see Kate Mara try and overcome them, as well as Morgan go on this crazy rampage. And it's such an interesting take on a story we've seen several times. and I definitely think it's worth checking out, especially from the second half on. Now, I don't want to ruin this film for you guys, but I will let you know that there is a twist to this film, and luckily I didn't catch on to it till about 3/4 of the way in. Most of the time I tend to spoil it for myself, and I happen to guess whatever is going to happen early on, but I didn't catch on to this one until pretty late, so I was pretty fortunate in that, and I'm very thankful actually, because it took me a long time to catch on to it, but when I did, it really blew my mind. But I definitely wish they would have indulged me a little bit more into this twist earlier on so I can better appreciate it, because when this film ends, I just sat there going, what? It's over? I couldn't believe that it was over, because this twist changed everything about the film, and I just wanted to focus on that. And then right then, the credits rolled, and I just wish it would have kept going, because it was such a great, interesting take on a story that we've sort of seen before, like I said. Another big thing that sort of irritated me about the movie, other than like the first half being kind of set up and boring, is that this film is only an hour and a half, hour and 32 minutes. That's the same runtime as a lot of animated features that are out nowadays. I mean, Disney and Pixar are pushing movies that are like an hour 40, hour 45, even an hour and 50 minutes now. So I mean, this film is super, super short. And the fact that they spent half of that runtime doing setup and talking to lab people, it just kind of falters the movie a little bit. I mean, it was a great movie and a great story, don't get me wrong, but I just wish that it would have picked up the pace a little bit sooner, especially with such a short runtime. The grade I'm going to give Morgan is a B. This was a pretty decent movie and a great take on a story we've seen several times. But the thing that really pushed this film up a grade for me, because I love them so much, was the plot twist. If you haven't noticed, I love plot twists. I actually made a whole video about plot twists that I love. I'm going to leave that also up in the corner here, and a link down below in the description. So check that video out as well. But this plot twist definitely put him up there with things that just completely shock you. It's not like overly shocking, to be honest with you, but it's something that completely changes the view, the tone, everything about the movie. And it's definitely worth checking out for that, because this twist put this movie, for me, from a C to a B. So it's definitely worth checking out for that. This isn't exactly a film that I say you have to rush out and see right away. I do highly recommend it though. It's great to watch if you have an hour and a half to kill, or just wait till it comes out on Blu-ray and DVD or video on demand. It's a great film to check out if you have some time to kill. But I do want to warn you that once you find out this twist and some of the things that happen, you're probably going to want to talk to somebody about it, because it's just something like, oh, hey, did you see Morgan? We have to talk about the ending. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Be prepared to have to talk to someone or Google it, because it's just such an interesting thing, to me at least, that it's, like I said, definitely worth checking out. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and like always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. Also, don't forget to check out my in-depth Fast and Furious analysis video down below, as well as be on the lookout for a lot of videos that I have to catch up on. Pretty soon I'm going to be having Kubo and the Two Strings review coming up. Don't Breathe. I've got a ton of reviews I've got to catch up on, so be on the lookout for those. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.